Well, folks, I've been working like a hard-working person out in the snow. Apologize for the long late startup time, but snow did come. Caught a lot of us off guard. The snow is something. It kept saying last night it was coming, and it did come. So for that, I apologize for. But we're on the air now, and a little tired from all the work out there, getting everything prepped up so that it doesn't stick to the ground. Um, wow. Had to get some things indoors, had to batten down other things because they were right. The weatherman was right. But that's part of winter. It's absolutely. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you. I made it, finally made it. Got the snow and gear out so that we can, get the cars uncovered and definitely make certain that we take care of everything that we're supposed to. We had we had a situation where we're working with some of the elderly people here and making sure that they are okay and they're set up because you have to do your property, and if you're a good citizen, you help the elderly make sure their stuff is together. So that's what we did. We talked yesterday about the pots that will help your plants grow more roots, and that's important. We also talked about saving money in the garden, which is buying all your products early part of the year. Don't wait until winter and spring. You will not get certain products if you wait. Every time it comes into the store, such as cow manure, people will buy it up. Um, I found my cow manure at Lowe's, and I have it. It's all put away, um, and I actually, got over what I needed to make certain I had enough. There was a mm, there was a lot of good information as well yesterday that the some of the listeners put information out there. It was really great, and so that was a lot of fun making sure that took place. Um, we are in a different environment right now where it's more of an importance, so to speak, that we do try to grow as much food as we can. It's important now. It's not a hobby, so to speak. I had a trip to the grocery store yesterday where a well lit store with employees walking through the aisles and doing a number of different tasks. And on the stand where I saw the oranges, they were some that had green mold in them. And I looked at that and I said, this is not good. And the uh, customers were in the aisles and they're accustomed to it. They were picking around the bad fruit. These are people that most likely do not garden, um, and they have to have some fruit, and they pick around everything. I saw the older generation picking around grapes that when they were kids, these type grapes did not exist. These were huge, firm, red grapes. What family they from, I don't know. What type of grape it was, I couldn't tell you. But they were definitely doing what they had to stay, alive and eat some foods that are, that's supposed to be nutritional. that is questionable as to how nutritional some of the fruits are or vegetables are that we're eating, and that's just part of it, folks. That's just part of it. We are doing the best we can in some circles, but we could do a lot better. As growing as much as we can. We can do a lot better. I have a number of things already in the house that have started growing. The garlic is one. The cuttings is another that I have indoors growing, and they're actually showing signs in less than 4 or 5 days that they want to stay alive. They want to grow. They want to um, produce another plant. And also the seeds that I put the seeds in, which is another beautiful thing. That is putting the seeds in, getting them in early, and that was Swiss chard. I put those in, and that was a beautiful little thing. I wanted to test um, how much of a temperature do they need to actually get started, and that's Swiss chard for you. Swiss chard is a beautiful thing, folks. Oh, it feels good up here, folks. I am in the dead of winter. It's very cold outside, and when the wind whips around, it's even colder. Absolutely. And has anyone out there been to any of the stores to pick up anything? Have you had a chance to at this early stage? Because right now, a lot of us are, depending on where you are, you're in winter now. So some people say, "No, I'm wait till the spring," because a lot of us are, to be quite frank and honest with it, told or conditioned to, in fact, do that. Because I was one of them. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up. And once you get out of the habit of doing that, you'll save much money. You will actually go to um, the stores in the dead of winter. That's what I'm trying to tell everybody basically to do. Go to the store in the dead of winter. Do not wait until you see the stores opening up. Now, some stores are still going to do what they do. Now, the what's it called? Walmart this year went into there. Now, I don't expect next week or something for Walmart to still not have any garden supply items in. Just like I didn't expect for Lowe's to actually bring seeds into the store probably the first or second day of after Christmas. But they actually on the third of Christmas, on the third day after Christmas, there was um, items dealing with gardening in the store. That being seeds, a beautiful selection. Well, it was in the store. I couldn't tell you right at this moment what the brand name was because it just escapes my mind at the moment. But they had them in the store. They weren't playing with anybody. They're trying to let you know we are going to be the biggest dogs in the block when it comes to getting your garden supplies. We're going to be Lowe's. We're going to get this stuff in if we can get it in the day of Christmas. We're going to get it in here. That's how that is. Um, Credible sales at, uh, like I said, at that were or might still be at Home Depot, which was fertilizer. And I told everyone about that. I said they were selling fertilizer for dirt cheap prices. And I went into the store yesterday and looked around, and they had the large quantities of fertilizer right back up in the shelf. But one thing they did not have is the brand names of the stuff I took out of stores. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you. Um, and they had taken out a number of items from the shelves that were there before, like Job's fertilizer spikes. Thank you for the thumbs up. People are giving me thumbs up. Appreciate it. And so when that happens, it definitely is a positive thing because you get to go into the store and get a $7 bag of fertilizer, and you get it for $2. Come on, you go in there and get a $7 bag of fertilizer, and you get it for 60 cents. Come on, that's what I'm talking about. Um, and the thing about it is, it's great when the store does that every once in a while, or every winter or whatever. It's great. The On the other hand, Walmart no sales that I know of. The other store, which is Lowe's, they would knock it off pennies, little pennies. Like it was $8, and they knocked off 15 cents or something, which is it's okay with something to jump up and down about to go to the store and buy. You can wait till spring and get that. But when you see a box up there that's marked down from $7 and now it's 60 cents, you tend to get a little excited about that. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thumbs up. But that's what you want to come from, saving your money, because how you look at it, gardening should not be expensive. And if you like some people, you would say, I'm not going to spend anything on gardening. Got a neighbor up the road, it's got some cattle. Drive up there with the pickup truck, pick up as much cow manure as I want. I'm going to age it out all winter long. If you go back anytime soon, set up two piles, one that's fresh and one that you're going to be using from this year. And you're sitting pretty. Next thing you want to do, oh, it feels so good, folks. It feels so good. Thinking about gardening. Oh, it feels good. Knowing that soon you'll be out there and on your property, whether you be in buckets or whether you be in ground or whether you be aquaponics, whatever. You're gonna feel. You're gonna look at the plants and see the food being grown. Be able to eat from the leaves and feel the nutrition coursing through your veins. Oh, that feels good. I'm okay, folks. I'm all right. I'm okay. I just love it. I just love it. It's incredible. Anyway, I was getting high there for a minute. That's the only thing I get high off of is gardening. I don't even drink beer or wine, and I don't knock those who do. I do not. I do not knock those who do. I suppose I would drink wine if I made it myself. I would. I need to know it from its infancy all the way up to the time it's ready to drink. And then I'm talking about small little quantities of it, like little containers like this to take a sip from, just to taste it, and then that's it. Let's see. So grapes. I was having a dream last night that the cuttings that I have from the grapes that they did well this year because I have a plant in my yard called a Neptune. They sell it on what was the name of the place called Stock Bros. Neptune is a big white grape that's seedless, and I want that. I want that, and on my property. It's got the right zone for here, um, uh, and it's been growing slowly. And so I said, okay, something's not right here. Why is this plant growing so slow? But that was the first year it was put in, so it's got to connect to the ground and run around underground the roots and find food, look for food. So that's what it spent a lot of time doing. So this year I'm going to spend uh, uh, quite a bit of my time feeding this plant so that I can get it growing, actually moving. Um, the older grapevines, they just They don't care. They big and burly. They just growing like they want to. But I just love it, folks. It's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful. A lot of you own grapevines, and you are, it's just part of our culture to have something in the back that grows every year. Now, the grapevines that are sold at Lowe's and Home Depot, Walmart, don't always assume that they grow well in your area. When you see something in there, you have a cell phone on you, Google growing zone for that particular grapevine. In fact, I ask you to use your cell phones when you shop for your supplies, whether it be when you're buying plants, you want to ask questions, you might want to Google difficulty levels of growing this particular plant and see what information is there. Um, what zone does this plant grow in? And get the information. And that's how you want to do it. Get that information. When I purchased my plants, we didn't think of things like that because we didn't have the mindset to do that, to use that cell phone, to use Google to go get information. I now use Google to tell where is my last frost date and when is the beginning. I Google last frost date and for the zip code, and so that tells me a general idea. Don't say that's the gospel, but that's just a general idea because the weather has shown us repeatedly ever since probably 2014 that I'm going to be whatever kind of weather I want to be, and that's going to be the deal. And that's what this weather has done. Each year it has done that. Um, uh, so you do the best you can, but you keep an eye on that weather yourself when you get ready to start planting off. Because you can run into a situation where you put your stuff out and it freezes to death, because the last frost date has been moved maybe 3 weeks from what it used to be. And I love it. I love it growing. I love growing stuff, but I don't want to put it out there and have to do it over again. And I tell those who are planting tomatoes, who are planting cucumbers, or whatever it is you may be planting, to make absolutely certain that you grow more than what you need. Because when you have plants that will die for no reason or get damaged while you're putting them in the ground or have an animal dig it up, and you want backup to be able to go out there and say, oh, my tomato, you got another one in the house, the same age, same size that one that got dug up. You don't want to say, oh, well, I got to start another plant because you have no more time to do this the way nature works. I mean, you can put a seed in and start it, but it's running out of time as it's trying to get big enough to go in the ground. It's running out of actual growing months, so to speak. Yes, folks. Just do some of the old tricks that the old farmers did. They grew more than what they needed. They did what they did to grow healthy plants because healthy plants are important. You don't need thin, spindly plants, so you start them indoors and use correct techniques to produce a strong, sturdy plant. And I still am using the cow manure to start my seedlings with. I use a larger percentage of peat moss, and I do that to get a plant that the roots can get through the soil. You don't want a big heavy layer of cow manure in there where you can't get the roots to move around in the soil because that's defeating the whole purpose. And I only put the cow manure in there so it'll have something to feed off of. And once the seeds get a certain age, they don't start feeding off immediately because they're born, they start growing with their own uh, stockpile of nutrients. Once that runs out, of course, you want them to go right from there into the ability to go into that, the ability to go ahead and do your thing. Yeah. So, folks, we're almost at the end of the show. Yep. That's going to be a short one today because it's preparation for the snow, and it's still snowing out there now. So I want to make certain that I get everything taken care of. I apologize for that inconvenience, but we'll go back to the normal span of time that we have. Sometimes we'll be on and some of you know that, so we'll be on the channel for like an hour, and that's a good thing. Be on it for an hour and get that information out. Wow. Soon, folks, it'll be gardening season soon. Very soon. Gardening season. And I bought all my seeds last year. Now, keep in mind that Walmart may still do the same thing. You want to get there early, but Walmart will come in with the 20-cent seeds, and they're going to come in also later on with the 50-cent seeds. So keep your eyes on that because they're fresh, healthy, viable seeds that they do that to give everyone a chance to get a sample of what their company offers. So keep that in mind, those 20-cent seeds. In other words, those seeds are great, even if you already have the seeds in your stockpile, but they allow you to gather them up, and so you can have these seeds for later use. And that's how you want to do that. You don't want to ever be running out of seeds, because seeds are important. And of course, you want to get into the habit of producing your own seeds. Now that means that you have to get seeds that are heirloom seeds. Hybrids, not predictable as to what they will produce later on. So keep that in mind. It's a great thing, It's a wonderful thing. Yes, had a good time today. Working with neighbors in the snow. It was really great. Wonderful thing. Community. Absolutely. And I have quite a few great videos up that I put up recently. Some of you, if you haven't seen them, I've been kind of hitting the video trail and making certain that I had videos up, and that's been very good. I mean, I've looked at them and I said, okay, this is good solid information that they should be able to use this year when they go into the garden. I was looking for a spade shovel yesterday, and it was quite disappointing. I mean, I didn't know they were that high up where you got to step down on them. I had no idea. And it just the step down didn't feel comfortable to me. So I don't know. It's something I got to think about. It's supposed to make a deeper, smaller diameter hole. And I'm thinking, well, do I want this? Do I definitely want something like this? I'm not sure. And it was $25, and they had a very high quality one, I would think, for $35. And it was quite good. It was a really good shovel. And I looked at it and I said, wow, this is $35. And I said, and the step down on it is just too high. You got to come all the way up here, and I don't know where you're gonna get your power from. But some of you have used those shovels before, and so I want to, give that some thought. And some people use the hand held spade to dig the correct size hole, and that's what I have now. So, yeah, we're gonna have to see about that. So, all right. On that note, folks, we're gonna call it. I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in and being part of my show. I appreciate it very much. I just do. And take care and have a safe and wonderful day. Thank you very much. This has been the Morning Gardener.